Good morning, everyone. Good morning, of course, to our Honorable, Her Excellency, Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte. Thank you very much, ma'am, for being here today. Thank you to the members of the Committee on Appropriations and other House members who are present here today.
Honorable Congresswoman Swansing, I do not have an opening remarks. We'll just proceed to the presentation prepared by the Office of the Vice President. Thank you.
Behind every milestone are the stories of countless Filipinos whose lives have been touched by the Office of the Vice President. We are committed to bringing tangible change directly to those who need it most. Recognizing that peace is built on hope and opportunity, the OVP made the strategic decision to bring its Pagbabago program to Patikul Sulu, a former battleground.
Mahirap talaga noon. Nakaranas kami sobra. Pati yung naghanap buhay, sobra talagang naranasan namin. Pero iba na ngayon. Maganda na yung sitwasyon natin ngayon. Nakabalik na kami dito.
By providing students with the tools they need to succeed, the OVP empowers them with a sense of dignity, inspiring them to learn and giving them a renewed sense of hope for their education and their future. The Pagbabago campaign is a two-pronged investment in our future. We have distributed over 400,000 bags and planted close to 1 million trees across the country. Our operational excellence and financial discipline ensure every peso counts. The women of Barangay Adia received a 150,000 peso grant and generated a remarkable profit of 102,000 pesos in just 4 months. Our grants are strategically distributed to ensure maximum impact. Group enterprises receive an average grant of 150,000 pesos, while individual beneficiaries are provided with 15,000 pesos, ensuring every peso supports the right scale of enterprise.
Madami na pong mga gobyerno na nakaupo, wala pa hong nag-alok sa samahan ng mga kababaihan. Nawa po ay marami pa po kayong matulungan ng mga samahan katulad po ng aming samahan.
For many survivors of Typhoon Yolanda, a new home came with a new challenge, the daily struggle of commuting. The OVP's Libreng Sakay bus was the answer. Libreng Sakay alleviates the financial burden on working Filipinos and gives them back a sense of comfort and safety.
Ay naku, napakalaking tulong ho. Napakalaking ginawa, especially sa mga estudyante pa rin. Katulad ko, meron akong high school. Mag-high school ngayon, kasakay ng libre na.
Since 2022, the Libreng Sakay program has provided over 2.0 break to workers and students in key cities across the Philippines. The OVP launched the Janaza Kit initiative in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. This tailored support provides essential items for Islamic funeral rites. Ensuring cultural sensitivity is a cornerstone of our service, providing dignity during a time of grief.
Napakagandang inisyatibo ito ng ating VP. Ang kahalaga nito sa amin, mandatory po ito sa amin. Kahit walang-wala kami, dapat hanapin namin ng paraan para makabili lang kami ng ganito. Kaya kung may ganito na, ay naku, alhamdulillah, napakalaking tulong po sa amin. Kasi hindi na po kami maghihirap.
Our medical and burial assistance programs have provided a lifeline for Filipinos in their time of need. Our presence on the ground is a promise to the people, ensuring vital services are delivered directly where they are needed. The OVP's Disaster Operations Center has assisted over 369,831 families in their most vulnerable moments. We complement local response teams in mobilizing resources to save lives and rebuild communities. Our focus is on quality and impact. The You Can Be VP program mentors our future leaders. The Kalusugan food truck delivers hot meals to frontliners. And our RISE program provides food security to families in crisis. These achievements are not ours alone. We work hand in hand with government agencies, LGUs, NGOs, and the private sector, leveraging resources for a broader, more sustainable impact. Our commitment is embodied by our 10 satellite offices, strategically located across the archipelago, ensuring that Filipinos in remote areas receive timely and accessible services. The Office of the Vice President remains steadfast in its mission to serve, to uplift, and to empower every Filipino. Together, let us work towards a stronger, more resilient, and more inclusive nation.
Thank you. We proceed to the PowerPoint presentation.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Sige.
So this is slide 1. This is the 2026 proposed budget of the Office of the Vice President. Next slide. This is the cover slide. Next slide. This is the approved budget of the Department of Budget and Management for the National Expenditure Program submitted to the House of Representatives, 902,895,000. Next slide. Next slide. So this is by class. Personal services is 23.54% of the entire budget, and that is 212,538,000. Next slide. Yes. So this is the breakdown of PS. Salaries and wages, that's 151,652,000. Other compensations, compensation, that is 27,670,000. Other bonuses and allowances, 16,036,000. Other personal benefit contributions, 3,217,000. Other personal benefits, 304,000. RLIP is 13,659,000. By MOOE, it is 673,753,000, or 74.62% of the budget. And this is the breakdown. Travel expenses, 56 million. Training expenses, 3 million. Supplies and materials expenses, 288 million. Utility expenses, 8 million. Communication expenses, 10 million. Awards, rewards, and expenses of 500,000. Extraordinary and miscellaneous expenses, 620,000. Professional services, 64,237,000. General services, 39,575,000. Repairs and maintenance, 11,600,000. Financial assistance and subsidies, 39,600,000. Taxes and insurance and other premiums, 2,250,000. Representation expenses, 59,104,000. Transportation and delivery expenses, 12,687,000. Rent and lease expenses, 57 million. Other MOOE, 1,405,000. Subscription expenses and others, 19,891,000, for a total of 673,753,000. And This is capital outlay of 16.604 million or 1.84% of the budget. It is all for ICT equipment of 16,604,000. This is an upgrade duly approved by the Department of the ICT. Duly approved by the ICT. By appropriation source, so this is agency specific. For the agency, it's 889,236,000, and then for RLIP, it's 13,695,000. So these are our 2026 targets per activity. We have Magnegosyo Taday individual. Our target beneficiaries is 1,980 for the amount of 29,700,000. Magnegosyo Taday, for groups, we have targeted 66 groups for 9,900,000. For the Pagbabago campaign, we targeted 200,000 learners, and that is 100 million. Disaster operation, 55,000 families for 55 million. This is the food bags during disasters, and we have targeted 50,000 individuals and or families, and that is 50 million. Kalusugan food truck during disaster operations, we targeted 1,800 first responders, and that is 1,620,000. Libreng sakay, we target 1,200,000 commuters in the amount of 16,363,000. And then the You Can Be VP program, we targeted 2 learners, and that is for the amount of 1 million. And for the wheelchair distribution of 1,160 clients for 5,800,000, and other supplies, as an example, the Al-Janaza kits that you saw in the AVP, we targeted 1,160 clients for 5,800,000 for a total amount of 275,183,000. So this is the comparative annual budget and the proposed 2026 budget by allotment class. So from the year 2024 in the GAA, the total was 700,019,000. In 21, the approved budget in the GAA was 908,790,000. In 2022, the approved budget in the GAA was 713,408,000. In 2023, the approved budget in the GAA was 2,356,614. In 2024, in the GAA, it was 1,885,462,000. And for 2025, the approved budget in the GAA was 744,146,000. In 2026, as I mentioned, the approved from DBM for the NEP is 902,895,000. So this is the comparative budget in the as a graph. These are the projects of the Magnegosyo Taday, medical and burial assistance, disaster response operations. You Can Be VP, Kalusugan food trucks, Magnegosyo Taday, Libreng Sakay, the Tondo Manila Extension Office, the Bicol Region Satellite Office, Eastern Visayas Satellite, the Cagayan Valley in Isabela City, Pangasinan in Dagupan City, Tondo in Manila, Legazpi City in Bicol, Tacloban City in Eastern Visayas, for Cebu, Bohol, and Siquijor in Cebu City, Panay and Negros Islands in Bacolod City, Caraga in Butuan City, Barm in Cotabato City, Western Mindanao in Zamboanga City, and Southern Mindanao in Davao City. This is the 2024 physical performance. These are the socio-economic program deliveries. We targeted 1,013,620 beneficiaries, and we accomplished 1,780,079. Next slide. This is the financial performance of the Office of the Vice President as of end December or December 31. So, the allotment is 2,084,451,000. The obligation is 1,783,287,000. Disbursements were at 1,534,228. And then we have balances, an obligated allotment of 301 million and unpaid obligations of 249 million. So this is the targets for the performance of the year 2025. So currently, the cutoff is July 31, 2025. Our target is for the entire year is 1,047,935, and our first semester accomplishment is at 595,757. So we're more than halfway of our targets. This is the financial performance of the Office of the Vice President for the year 2025. Approved is 903,429,000. The obligation is 309,691,000. Disbursements at 206,834,000. Unobligated allotment is at 593,738,000, and unpaid obligations at 102,857,000.